We are at Marquette North Trails. Just gonna try to find some fun trails to rock. Here we go. Ooh, start off with a teeter-totter. So much fun. So what's your favorite trail at the North Marquette Trails? Let me know in the comments below. I have a couple of favorite sections of this trail. I definitely have a blast with all the bridges that are on this trail system. I also like the trail that goes downhill slightly with non-stop cornering action. I also like how BLP Rocks and Blue Heron follow the water. I like Wildcat, Mildcat, and Rambling Man, and the trail that starts by the big stumps and heads down. Remember when you ride here that it gets more foot traffic than other trails because it's very close to downtown. My first trip to these trails, and probably second trip and third trip and fourth trip, was in the winter months. Surprisingly, I had never been to these trails in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan during the summertime. That's pretty insane, but I did not know what I was missing out on. The trails are a mix of smooth twisting trail, some jumps, and yet some other trails have rocks and roots to add some challenge into your life. This trail system is located to the northwest of the big city of Marquette, which is nestled in a nook of Lake Superior. This trail system is part of the NTN and is probably one of the easier trail networks in the area, although there are some steep climbs and sheer drop-offs on some of the trails that you don't want to fall off from. These trails are open in the winter and in the summer months, and in the winter months, if the snowfall cooperates, these trails are groomed to perfection, just like various other trails in the UP. Here's some information on Marquette, the biggest city in the Upper Peninsula. If you did not know, because it is situated on Lake Superior, it is a major port for shipping iron ore. All along the train tracks, you will find millions of little round iron ore balls that fall out of the trains on their way to be loaded into the ships at the docks. It's quite the process if you ever get a chance to see it. Everybody's favorite spot to take pictures. Pretty cool. I'm a little overdressed. Ooh, water. Because where I was, it was 57. It's like 65 here. The city was named after the French Jesuit missionary Jacques Marquette, who explored the area. Coming up behind you. Have a good one. You too. Marquette's population is upwards of 20,000 people and boasts large buildings and the city feel, and is the third largest city on Lake Superior. Marquette is home to Northern Michigan University, the Wildcats, which I'm guessing is how the trail was named. Just leak. The athletes at the university compete in the Division II sports, except the hockey team, which competes at the Division I level and has actually won a national championship. Going deeper into Marquette's history, this area was inhabited by the Anishinaabe, later by the French trappers, and then in 1844 two men discovered the iron deposits and the mining started. It's cool. Yeah. The big dam and the waterfall. Pretty sick. Marquette was founded in 1849 as more iron companies fled to the area to capitalize on the discovery. In the 1850s, the industry grew more with railways connecting more mines and centrally hubbed in the Marquette area. The city of Marquette is about 20 square miles, which 12 square miles are land and 8 are water. It's time for the climb. I can attest this is more fun the other way. Middle Island, Lover's Island, Presque Isle, Point Rocks, White Rocks, Ripley Rock, and Picnic Rocks make up some of the islands of Marquette. Oh, that rain. Wash this trail out here. Made this into a river. This is extra fun in the winter on a fat bike, going up this. And this is the top of the dam. Pretty cool. Oh, why not another totter? Let's dig in further in the North Trails, as this system boasts over 30 miles of non-motorized trails that allow you to have an amazing view of the Dead River. Don't know what they're doing there. Hope this trail doesn't go away. While riding your mountain bike, don't be afraid to cool down to the Huron Mountain Bakery and then to the waterfront to eat your goodies and enjoy the sun and the view of the lake. Woo! Switchbacks. In the winter, be prepared for hikers, snowshoers, dogs, and other fat bikers, and maybe a cross-country skier. If you enjoy city life and the outdoors, then this area is going to check all the boxes for you. Acorns. Acorns are sketchy. There are plenty of animals in the woods, and I have seen deer, owls, hawks, eagles, porcupines, and the birds in the area. Don't be stunned if you stumble upon a wolf, bear, cougar, or coyote, because they do reside in the UP. NTN maintains 8 trail systems from Munising to Big Bay. These systems have over 80 miles of single track, 2 pump tracks, campgrounds, and trail pavilions in the summer months. In the winter months, they groom about 35 miles of single track and have over 125 kilometers of Nordic ski trails. Have a good one. Good. Yeah. Ooh, you guys need some iron ore. That'll stop you. Falls off the trains. Wildcats. The most popular trails are these North Trails as well as the South Trails in Marquette. I have a lot of stories of the trails in this area from winter fat biking to summer mountain biking. In the winter, going over the bridges that are part of this trail network can seem sketchy, but remember, the groomer drives the snow dog over these bridges. That'll get the heart rate thumping. Wildcat is this way. Although it says mild cat. Okay, now it's Wildcat. It was on the North Trails that we learned to cutty on the fat bikes after speeding down a hill and doing the cutty into a corner. The better we would get at taking one foot off the pedal to lean the bike more into the corner, the louder we would yell, "Cutty!" Do yourself a favor and plan a trip to the UP. It's a lot of chunky. Moving rock because of the heavy rains. The first time I rode the North Trails outside of winter, I was surprised at how much root and rock were smoothed out by the snow. Wildcat, Mildcat, and Pine Knob transformed into techie wilderness. I think this might be easier in the winter with the snow packed on this. Whoa, so many loose rocks, it's crazy. I'm usually with a group of buddies when riding these trails, and when they get to these techie trails, we all yell, "Wildcat!" The last time I was up there, I was by myself and found myself still saying, "Wildcat." Be prepared for rock and boulders, and if you ride Wildcat, you can still yell Wildcat. As a matter of fact, you can yell Wildcat the whole time something is fun or if something epic happens on the trail. If you are up for more adventure while near the North Trails, you can head north to the Harlow Lake Trails, or even further north to the Powell Trails. Or you can head south and hit the South Trails, which I highly recommend. Actually, I highly recommend all of them. Harlow Lake in the summer, you will encounter boulders, slabs, steep technical stuff, so make sure you bring your A game. You'll need it. I don't remember this fast part of Wildcat. That's okay. Okay. I think I usually do this the other way. I think this is Wildcat. The other side's Wildcat. To learn more about the awesome Powell Trail system, watch one of the previous videos on this channel that goes over that trail system. It's full of techie rocks and some amazing flow. More on the South Trails is to come in a future video, so stay tuned for that. If you are into hiking, I would recommend the Sugarloaf Mountain area. It has amazing views and amazing hikes. Back to Wildcat. The real Wildcat. Don't forget to check out Presque Isle and jump off the rocks in the summer if the water isn't too cold. I believe this is in the Black Rock section. Don't just jump off some random rocks. Presque Isle was preserved in 1891 by Frederick Olmsted, who said this place should not be marred by artificial objects. The park has a wooden band shell for concerts, a pavilion, a gazebo, marina, picnic tables, playgrounds, and a nature center. If you're in town and it's winter and you downhill ski or snowboard, be sure to bring your gear, as Marquette Mountain has a lift service that will take you up the mountain time after time for that downhill fun. Okay. Spend one day fat biking and the next day shredding on your snowboard or skis. Ooh, the Wildcat Marsh. I don't think there are any wildcats out there right now. Wildcat. The sun goes behind the clouds. Hard to see. If the weather is bad, you can plan a trip to the Marquette Maritime Museum, the UP's Children's Museum, Marquette County's History Museum, the DeVos Art Museum, the Oasis Gallery for Contemporary Art, or some other museum in a nearby town. Wow. I've ever done wildcat in here. Due to its position on Lake Superior, Marquette can get significant snow and wind off the lake, depending on patterns. So be sure to plan for very cold temperatures and high snow totals in the winter. May through mid-October seem to be the best time to go if you don't want snow and you want to ride the mountain bike trails with dirt. Wildcat. There we go. That finishes the loop. I'm a rambling man. If you're hungry, Marquette has so much to offer in the way of restaurants, but if you need a snack, like I mentioned earlier, head to the Huron Mountain Bakery in the morning before you head up to ride the trails and grab some of the best donuts and baked goods in the U.S. When you come back into town after your day, you might as well go to the Casa Calabria, located in Marquette. Try to hit that tree stick as best as possible to not have it go with the railer. You will not be disappointed with the garlic bread or any pasta dish. Did I mention that you'll probably want to get some extra garlic bread? Oh my, the buttery garlic bread goodness. If you have a camper, motorhome, tent, or camper van and like to camp while mountain biking, then you've come to the right place as well. Bumpy. Tourist Park Campground is right off the east side of the North Trail system and is also close to the city, Northern Michigan University, and yes, Casa Calabria. Up the rock. Garlic bread, anyone? Take the hard way. If you enjoy the information and stories of the trail system, don't miss others by clicking the subscribe button and the bell to get notified when new episodes come out. Stay tuned for part 2. Pedals flat. Pedals flat. Pedals flat on all those sharp, crazy things. I don't think they want you going in the tunnel, but the trail seems like it's going this way. Whee! Oh, with a downed tree. It's even better. Cool. Oh, I think we got one more.